This is the ballistic stuff. He's got 1 tack charge extra, or he can smart bullet duration triple. You're definitely going to do the extra tack charge, and you're definitely going to do the can reveal packages. It's pretty mid. Nothing special. Now you're going to go Bangalore. Bangalores are amazing. They're amazing. One of the best. There's 6 characters in specific that I think got insane buffs. Bangalore is one of them. Her ultimate 25% is very good. And then right here, auto regen HP inside of smoke or auto ping enemies who trigger passive. Either one of those are very, very, very good. And the minus 25% ultimate is insane. This is the other character I think who got the... I think this character got the second biggest buff. I think the character that got the biggest buff is Wattson. I think second biggest buff is Bloodhound. Reduced tech cooldown or White Raven's charge ult. And then 25 for HP and knock or double attack scan full body. So I think Bloodhound is one of the best characters in the game right now. I think because Bloodhound players typically play Edge, you're going to have a big backpack. You carry 2 ult cells. So what you do is you go reduce tech cooldown and then you go double attack body scan. That means you're going to have an 8-second scan on about 16-second cooldown roughly. That's broken. That's not okay. That is broken. We're still not in game. Okay. Now we move on to Catalyst. This character is extremely good again. Not as good as Bloodhound, but very good. She can do 1 more spike, so now she can have 3 spikes, right? You'll pick this one. And then the third tree, you can either increase its length or increase its lifetime. You're always going to increase lifetime. So Catalyst is pretty much reverted. Catalyst is pretty much reverted. She's very strong again. I didn't go over the Caustic, didn't I? Caustic, increased tack throw range, or increased gas area for ult, which is actually really good. And then extend Nox vision time or regen HP inside Nox gas. I think Defuse and Breathe It In are going to be really strong. I think both of these are very good. Caustic is not as good. Catalyst is extremely good again. Conduit has 1 really good perk. So Conduit, she can see batteries on death boxes. That's whatever. But increase ult mine damage radius, that's actually pretty good. It's rumored to be that the increase is only 10%, but 10% is a fair amount. And then +1 tack charge, minus 50% seal duration, that's broken. 2 charges of Conduit Q is broken. This character is going to be extremely, extremely good once you hit purple. The crypto buffs are reduced tack cooldown or reduce ult cooldown. You're always going to reduce ult cooldown, and then you're going to do 50% passive in ult range or call out squads in an area on drone deploy. You're always going to do wider network. So you're going to do ultimate upgrade, wider network. Crypto is going to be good. He's not going to be as good as other characters, though. All right, we're going to Fuse. We're going to Fuse. Here we are. Walk It Off and Big Bang. You're going to pick Walk It Off. Big Bang is great, but Walk It Off is going to be better for you because you're going to use your ultimate in buildings, and then you'll actually be able to play the smoke. So the same way that Catalyst can use her catwall and walk in and out of it, you are now going to be able to play your Fuse ult like a maniac, which is really good. And then you're also going to take Explosive, speed boost on Knuckle Cluster hit. That's going to be really good. You're never going to take Big Bang or Reckless over either one of these, that's for sure. Didn't check out the Gibraltar. All right, so now we go down to Gibraltar. Gibraltars are actually pretty good. Revive allies to 50 HP instead of 30 HP. I actually think that's a fair buff. I actually like that. So you go big ups here. And then you always go big bubble bunker. You're going to go 4. Oh, wait, no. You always go baby bubble. Wait, no. Oh, yeah. You always go bubble bunker. So 4% tack lifetime. So the bubble lasts for an extra 4. So you're going to do big ups and bubble bunker always on Gibby. There's no situation you don't. Horizon, I think's perks were terrible. She has Big Bang and ammo. You're going to go Big Bang on her. Nades are more important than ammo in competitive always. And then you can either reduce your tack or you can reduce your ult. 90% of the time, it's going to be more worth it to reduce your ult, even though Horizon's tack is beyond broken and one of the best tacks in the game, if not the best. Her tack is up when you need it. You don't make... Listen, when you make a play that involves Horizon Q, it's either a... It's a full send play. You're pushing a high ground or you're taking a high ground. It's not a play where you're in and out, and her Q being a 20-second cooldown versus being a 50-second cooldown is saving your game. It's not. It's not. So you're going to take the ult upgrade for sure. And then you go Lifeline. Lifeline got a good one. 20% revive speed is what you will always take. You always take quick response over tactical upgrade. And then you have last stand and allied support. Personally, I think with the current care package guns, you would always take allied support. If they change the current care package guns, I don't know. Because self-res is absolutely broken in endgame. Self-res is super broken in endgame. You can just triple knockdown and force second place. This is one of the characters that I think is going to be super broken. Of the six, this is one of the characters going to be broken, Maggie. This is Loba, though. Black market range increase, that's whatever. Loba can take an extra item from black markets, that's whatever. Reduced tag cooldown, that's whatever. Increased tag height and range, that's whatever. This character is still the same thing. Nothing changed. This character is now extremely good. This character is now Mad Maggie. Mad Maggie and Bloodhound are now the two best characters in the game. In my opinion, hands down. I think so. I think so. I definitely think so. For like fragging, for just getting a kill, Mad Maggie and Bloodhound are broken. So you're always going to take crowd control. Big guns is good, but you're always going to take crowd control. Now Maggie has 2 drills. And then you're always going to take fireball. So the way the fireball works with Maggie Ball is you throw your Maggie Ball, and then wherever it blows up, it makes a huge X of thermite. And if it direct impacts an enemy, then it does the X thermite where it impacts them. So what actually happens here is what you're going to notice is with the fireball ball, what happens is Maggie Ball does direct impact damage. It does 30 damage direct impact, okay? With the fireball perk, if you have purple armor, it will also tick a thermite automatically on everyone it hits. So what will happen is anyone that gets hit by your Maggie Ball takes a minimum damage of 55. If they accidentally step in the thermite that pops directly in their feet, it's 2 thermites, it's not 1. It's 2 thermites that form an X. At the center of the X is where the enemy is. So if the ball pops on the guy, it does a guaranteed 55 damage. If the guy accidentally bumps one of the 2 thermites, it does 75 damage. Okay? And then on top of that, you have 2 drills. So what's going to happen here is anyone that gets hit by Maggie Ball is not only guaranteed dead, but they're pretty much guaranteed thirsted. They're not able to put their knockdown up because they'll be in multiple thermites. Okay? And then the double drill is just beyond broken. I don't have to explain that to you guys. A lot of the time, hard edge teams or early rotate teams don't have a lot of cover to play. Edge teams have to go cover to cover while resetting at each cover. That's why Conduit can be strong on edge, is because you don't actually have to reset. So you can get petered for 100 purple, and you don't have to bat behind the rock. You just get queued and keep sliding, right? But it's the same thing vice versa. With Maggie having 2 drills, people can't poke you as much on your cross because you can drill off 2 different angles. You can deny 2 angles, similar to a bank smoke. Same thing on early rotate. If you're Maggie early rotate and people try to heal behind a rock rotating towards you, you know, you can kill them. Don't forget that Maggie gives wall hacks to herself. If people try to share a building with you, you can double drill, bang smoke, and then play it like a Bloodhound. You can play Maggie like Bloodhound in buildings. You double drill, you bang smoke, and then you let your Maggie walk up with wall hacks because her drills are going to give her wall hacks. Any damage that Maggie does, she gets 1.25 seconds of wall hacks. Don't forget. So Maggie is going to be one of the best characters in the game, hands down, next to Bloodhound for getting kills. And now we're going to go to Mirage Newcastle. There's not that many left that we haven't gone over. Mirage, revive allies with HP regen. This is pretty mid compared to the revive allies with 50 HP in my opinion. +1 ult decoy, minus 30 seconds. I mean, Mirage is Mirage, bro. Like, there's nothing they could give him right now in his current kit that's good. +1 tag charge is cool. He's not comp. We go down to Newcastle. The Newcastle buff are actually really good. So the mobile shield +250 is actually very strong. It's actually very strong. End of story. It's unbelievably strong. It already has so much health. The Newcastle wall will now have 900 total health, if I remember correctly. I think it'll have 700. I think each portion of the wall is like 350 health. So it'll now be like 600 health wall, which is really strong. And then you're never gonna go revive master. It's just not worth it in competitive. You're always gonna go stronghold because of fuses and Mad Maggies and grenades. You're always gonna go stronghold, which makes your castle wall stronger. But most importantly, Most importantly, it increases the Wattson fences on the front of it duration. It's rumored to increase the duration by a very long time. It's rumored to go on the Wattson fences on Newcastle Wall are rumored to be there for like 20 to 30 seconds with Stronghold, which is actually really good. Newcastle probably won't be played. He doesn't seem like that good of a character, in my opinion. He's a very good stalling character, but stalling doesn't do much for you in NA because when you're turtled in NA, people typically take you out. Both these characters are still mid, in my opinion. Thick Skin, minus 25% stim damage. Reckless, minus 25% explosive damage, whatever. Change direction on double jump. That's just tap strafing for a controller. And then +1 ult charge. Octane's still shit. We go to Pathfinder. Pathfinder blue can hit survey beacons, or he can hit ring consoles. That's good, but he needs a blue armor, so it's not worth it because it's not guaranteed. Reset attack on knock. He's just a worse version of Revenant with a worse hitbox. Take less damage on energized zip lines. That's very good. Tell you the truth, it's extremely good. So what happens? Anytime Pathfinder places an ultimate, it'll be energized for 20 seconds, I'm pretty sure is what it is. While the energized zipline is down, I think you take 20% less damage is what the number is. And I think you also take energized ziplines. I think you take the ziplines 20% faster. I think you take energized ziplines 20% faster, and you also take 20% less damage. So this is a very good perk. It's just the character sucks. Now we go next. Revenant Rampart. Rampart's still super mid, minus 20% ult cooldown. That's not why you play Rampart. C ammo, whatever. Improved Sheila handling and spin up time. Faster reloads for Sheila and aim cover. I mean, it's just, you're going to take running hot, and running hot will be good, but it's not as good as Wattson or Catalyst, that's for sure. And we go to Revenant. Revenant, reduce tack cooldown, or after a squad, call out nearby squads. Minus 20% tack charge time, or tack refresh on knock. You're always going to take the nearby squads because there's no point in reducing your tack cooldown if you're playing for a tack refresh on knock. The tack refresh on knock is better than full send. So, yeah. Revenant's going to be good, but I don't think he'll be competitive. There's just too many OP characters not hit that. Seer got a big buff. Seer, 25 meter pass tack range. That means he's back to pre-nerf Seer at 75 meters. That is extremely strong for competitive and for ranked, for ratting, etc., etc. Very good. You're always going to sense from afar over mobile senses. Not even a conversation to have. Eyes on me versus theoretical projection. You're always going to take eyes on me. It is not a conversation. Throwing your Seer ult an extra 20 meters versus almost 2 seconds of wall hacks. It's not a conversation. This will move Seer Q to a 6.5, so 6.5 second wall hack. It is just, that is very good. Seer got a buff. It is a strong buff. Now we go to Valk. Launch higher with Skyward Dive or improve jetpack handling. I mean, who cares? You probably pick launch higher. Full coverage or jetpack fuel. You're going to hit full coverage every time. This is actually very good. I have actually gotten to test this. This is actually very good, to be fair. Now we go next. This is the strongest buff in the entire perk update is on Wattson. But this is Vantage. So she can either sing ring consoles or her ult excel charge or improve tack double jump or refresh tack on jump. I'm not even going to talk about her. This character is just that embarrassingly bad. She is worthless and useless. We go to Wattson. This character is absolutely broken now. This character is absolutely broken. Wattson got the strongest buff in all of the perks over Bloodhound, over Maggie, over everyone. We'll see how it actually works, but on paper, she did get the strongest buff. So you're never going to take Amp Revive, even though Amp Revive is really good because renewable energy is beyond broken. It says ult intercepts spawn arc stars. So here's the issue. I've talked to devs. I've talked to people. Nobody can answer my question if they thought of people permanently bug abusing it. So what's going to happen here is you're going to take renewable energy, you're going to early rotate, and then you're going to shoot your own bang smokes into your fucking Wattson chin, and you're going to build up about 30 arc stars until about zone 3, zone 4, and then you're going to throw 30 arc stars at the team and then push them, or you're going to throw 30 arc stars at the team pushing you. And you're going to use your own bang smokes to farm the interceptions all game. Now, there is a rumor that the ult interception spawning arc stars is limited to like 2 arc stars or like 3 arc stars or something. That's possible. If it's limited to like 2 arcs, 3 arcs, it actually could be somewhat fair. It definitely will bring it down a notch. Wattson does get countered a little bit by Mad Maggie having 2 drills. Definitely can kill the gen a little bit easier over time with it. But here we go. We have Power Python or full coverage, which is double ult and capacity, or double placement and ult excel speed. Power Pylon is better on paper than full coverage, but what's cool about full coverage is the ult accelerant speed. You are always going to take full coverage. You are always going to take full coverage, and you are going to play for the ult excel speed. Unless there's a Maggie problem, let's say Mad Maggie's too meta, then you might want to go Power Pylon, because Power Pylon, the thing about Power Pylon is if it has double ult, then people are less inclined to break your Wattson gen. They'll try to break other people's Wattson gen because it'll take so many drills, they probably won't even be able to break it, to be honest with you. But the ult excel speed is really, really, really strong, and renewable energy, if it is not limited, will be the most broken perk in the history of Apex, and this will be nerfed within 2 weeks, I can promise you. Wraith got a buff, reduced attack cooldown, passive triggers when squads approach. I really like the Sixth Sense. I think Sixth Sense is much better than attack cooldown. Her attack cooldown is already a low enough cooldown by the time you get a full reset anyway. I think you go reduce dual cooldown, or you go fast attack wind up. Her ult is already a pretty long cooldown. Reducing the cooldown isn't going to be a big deal. It already goes very far, so you'll be in a good spot regardless. You definitely go the faster attack wind up. Not even a question. And I think that is it. I think we went over everyone. But for the people that missed it earlier, we started here. So yeah, Mad Maggie is going to be one of the best. So here we go. Here's the quick rundown. So Wattson is the best character out of the perks. Seer is top 6. Listen, I have a top 6. All of the top 6, in my opinion, are good or broken. It's going to be Wattson because of the renewable energy. It's going to be Seer because 75-meter heart rate again, and then 6.5-second wall hack. It's going to be, so that's 2. It's going to be not Mirage. It's going to be Mad Maggie. Mad Maggie's fireball is broken, and her double attack is broken. That's 3. Then it's going to be neither of these. Lifeline's actually really good, but I don't think she's in the category. Fuse and Gibraltar, definitely not. They're both still really good. I think Conduit is still really, 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 really broken. So she's one of the 6 because of the access denied and then the split charge. Very, very, very strong together. Catalyst is one of the 6. She can now have 3 spikes down, and her wall got reverted. Catalyst is very strong again. And then Bloodhound and Bangalore are both in the top 6. Bangalore is absolutely broken with minus 25% ult cooldown. That means anytime that you have one ult excel, you'll have your ult every single zone. That means you will have your ult every single zone if you have one ult excel. Very broken. You can pick Cover Me or Refuge depending on the type of player you are, or depending on your type of spot or how you play. Either one is good. I think a lot of people are going to pick Refuge and not Cover Me because a lot of people's teammates don't use the minimap or pay attention to pings. But Bangalore is broken. She did get a buff. Bloodhound, I think. So I think in order of buffs, I think Mad Maggie first. I think Wattson second. I think Bloodhound third. In order of most broken characters, I think it's going to be Wattson, then Maggie, then Bloodhound. I think Bloodhound is absolutely broken. I think we will be playing Bloodhound. What you're going to do is listen, on Bloodhound on Edge, if you actually have a competent IGL, you're not taking that many fights. You typically only ult like twice or 3 times a game, and they're very, very, very influential fights. You're not just fighting for no reason. So you do not take White Raven's charge ult. It is not worth it unless you are fighting for no reason. And if that's the case, then take it. It is what it is. You take the tactical upgrade, reduced tack cooldown, and then you take the full coverage, which doubles the scan. The double scan makes it 8 seconds. It makes it 8 seconds. And reduce attack cooldown and your ult and full coverage. You will have 8-second wall hacks for your teammates and your blood ult for the team fight. That should be fight ending every time. If you are an Edge team in Pro League and you get one 8-second wall hack and you have a Bloodhound and ult, that means your Bangalore will be able to identify where the enemies are, smoke, and your Bloodhound will be able to chow, all on the wall hacks. If you lose any of those fights, you are fucking horseshit. You belong in Challengers. I think Bloodhound is going to be one of the most meta characters in the game. I think you have to pick between Maggie or Bloodhound. I think it's going to be Bloodhound. because Bloodhound is just easier to slot into your team comp. But I think a very good Maggie team with an IGL that's competent on how to play with a Maggie will be stronger than a very good Blood team, strictly for the fact of how much damage Maggie will do and how Maggie will corner teams compared to Bloodhound. Maggie will corner teams without you even having to do any manpower because of her abilities being so strong. Okay? Bloodhound does the exact same thing. It just takes your actual gun and your player. So I think Maggie, Bloodhound are up there. I think Sear's up there. I think Wattson's up there. I think Conduit's up there. Ash is up there. Bloodhound. I think I already said that. And Catalyst. Those are all definitely the best. And that's it.